Hey, Hosanna Kids Church, I'm Trent.
And I'm Tyler.
And today's a very special day.
That's right, it's National M&M's Day.
Really? No, it is not. Actually,
No,
it is.
it's actually
Okay.
National Chewbacca Day.
Is that even a real thing? Okay, it is now. How about I just tell you what today is? All right, here it comes. Are you ready for it?
Hit me with it.
It is Palm Sunday! Sunday!
Oh my gosh, Palm Sunday? Like
Yeah.
Palm and Sunday? I have palms on Sunday? That's incredible. I'm just looking at my palms because they're so cool.
No, bro, I'm really concerned for you. That's not at all what it's about. Palm Sunday is actually about palm branches that were waved as Jesus rode into Jerusalem.
Like this?
Those are fantastic skills, but that's not at all what happened. See, let's open up our Bibles here to Matthew chapter 21, and let's find out what Palm Sunday is really all about. But to truly appreciate what's going on here, we should first go back to the Old Testament, to a prophet named Zechariah. Zechariah, he was a prophet who shared a message about what was going to happen. Rejoice, O people of Zion, shout in triumph. O people of Jerusalem, look, your king is coming to you. He is righteous and victorious, yet he is humble, riding on a donkey's colt.
Man, that Zechariah was one sharp dude. I mean, I actually really don't know what's going on in the story right now. I just don't understand how my palms fit in.
Not those palms, man. It's palm branches. All right, let me tell you what's going on here. See, Jesus was always on the mission of bringing all people into a friendship with God ever since sin entered the earth with Adam and Eve's disobedience in the beginning. See, his mission included miracles, healings, loving people that were treated badly, and standing up for what was right. But this mission also led Jesus to a town called Jerusalem, where things got a little tricky when he arrived there.
Oh, Jerusalem. Isn't that the capital city of Israel?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, right. That's the Romans had control of that back in the day. And let's just say that the Romans didn't treat the Jewish people very well.
Yeah, and the Jewish people waited and prayed for someone to come and rescue them from the evil Roman Empire.
Evil.
But there was an even bigger enemy that the people needed rescued from. The enemy was sin and death.
Dun, 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 dun. So, an epic battle between good and evil. An epic battle between a good guy and a bad guy. So, Trent, tell me exactly how Jesus marched into Jerusalem, bashed down the gates, and completely dominated and overthrew the Roman Empire.
That's not really what happened here. And that's not really Jesus' style. See, Jesus came to Jerusalem at a time called Passover. And he knew that he was moving towards his destiny and to reconnect God and his people.
Passover, I know this. Oh, this is from the Old Testament, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember that. The Israelites were slaves to Egypt, but God freed his people by sending plagues to make Pharaoh let God's people go. God used the blood of the Passover lamb to protect his people and protect them from death. Then God led them out of Egypt and took care of them in the wilderness.
There was about to be a new Passover celebration, and Jesus was about to be the new Passover lamb that would bring freedom, forgiveness, and life to everyone, not just the Jewish people. This is why Jesus came to Jerusalem, but people thought it was to take down Rome.
Yeah, can you imagine it? Jesus coming in and just taking care of stuff? I can see it now. He gets on his mighty war horse, bashes down the gates of Jerusalem, and takes down the entire Roman legion, one person at a time.
Wow, that's it. Oh boy. What is happening right now? Giddy up, boy. Oh, no, too much giddying that up.
Oh boy. Lester,
Wow.
I think you need to slow down a little bit, and we gotta put you back in your pan.
Okay, so that's not quite what happened. See, Jesus didn't love the way that Rome treated everyone. That's
right.
His real enemy was sin and death, and not to bring more violence to Rome.
What are you talking about, man? His people were suffering under the Roman Empire, and he wanted to come take him down.
Yeah, but they didn't realize what they really needed was someone to free them from sin and to bring forgiveness to everyone.
Are you sure that he didn't come in on a mighty steed with a strong chariot and a bunch of war-hungry disciples backing him up?
Yeah, I'm very positive that's not what was going to happen.
What do you do then?
I'm glad you asked. This is what Jesus told his disciples to do. He said in verse 2, "Go into the village over there," he said. "As soon as you enter it, you will see a donkey tied there with its colt beside it. Untie them and bring them to me."
Oh, I got it. Just like Zechariah said back in the Old Testament hundreds of years ago, that all he had to do was get a donkey, and he was going to come in on a donkey. Woo! Give me goosebumps, man.
I know, man. Isn't that awesome?
One small detail.
Yes.
Did the disciples just steal the donkey?
Not exactly. See, Jesus knew what would happen, and he said, "If anyone asks what you are doing, just say,
The Lord needs them.
and he will immediately let you take them." And off they went with the donkey and its colt.
But shouldn't Jesus, the King of Kings,
And the Lord of Lords.
Come in riding on a mighty warhorse like Lester.
Easy boy, easy down, stallion.
all right, Lester,
see-
go back to your stable.
You would think that, but Jesus was going to come into the city as a humble and peaceful leader. But the people didn't really understand that. The disciples brought the donkey to Jesus and laid their cloaks on it for him to sit on.
You mean jackets?
Yeah, kind of like jackets, but definitely cloaks. And Jesus began his ride into Jerusalem.
Dude, I still don't know what to do with my hands. Should I wave my palms now?
Man, you can wave your hands anytime you want, but this is when the palm branches come into the story.
Oh.
See, as Jesus rode into the city, crowds began to gather and were celebrating the fact that their new king was coming to take over.
But he isn't taking over in a worldly sense.
Right, yeah.
He's taking over by dominating and defeating sin and death.
Forever.
Well, now you're starting to figure it out. He's the king we need and the king over everything. And the people were so excited as Jesus rode into town that they were celebrating like crazy. The crowd was so excited that they laid down their cloaks.
Not jackets.
On the road, as Jesus rode his
Donkey.
through the streets, and the people started waving.
Palm branches.
As Jesus rode through the city, as they shouted,
Let's dance.
oh, so close. They shouted, Hosanna, as he was on the way to the most amazing act of love ever.
All right, man. I think I got it now.
Oh boy.
Jesus was the new Passover lamb that was coming to protect us from death and deliver us from sin.
But not as a warrior on a horse.
No.
But as a humble and peaceful servant on a simple donkey. And people waved palm branches, but didn't wave their hands.
My goodness, you did figure it out. man.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you right now.
Thank you.
That one was a little tricky. See, the crowd waved palm branches as a sign of victory to our king. Our king looks a little different than the way the world may think, and we should look different too.
Yes. And because of what Jesus did, we can live in freedom and victory over the problems and fears in our lives because the power of the real, true King, King Jesus.
That's right. And we should look different too. We should look like Jesus. We should walk in humbleness, forgiveness, peace, and love so that others can know the power of King Jesus in their lives too.
Dude, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait until we find out what Jesus did next week.
No, man. It's so exciting. It's the best story ever, and it's for everyone. And that's how today's story ends.
And now it continues for you. Hey, Lester, why don't we go for a ride, don't you say?
Mount up!
All right, woo!